Okay, it's time for a new pickups video, and as you can see, it's of a mystery parcel. Now, obviously, I know what it is. Now, this has been a long time coming. Now, let me briefly kind of explain. This was supposed to be something for Christmas, and I ordered it off of eBay, and it was meant to arrive. Should have arrived before Christmas, and unfortunately, the particular item got lost, and then so I had to get a refund on it, and I thought the seller said they were going to send out another copy, so they said, but then they never did. So in the end, I left it, and then I managed to find another copy from somewhere else. Now I can't remember whether it's new or secondhand. We'll kind of inspect that once we open it. And another really weird thing that happened. For those of you probably buying it, and by the time this video as uploaded, would have seen the YouTube short that I did in regards of a rant in regards of raw mail, which is this has happened again. And basically, I got a confirmation that the item had been dispatched. I thought, something that takes a bit of time for it to get to me, and especially with Christmas and New Year's, the post has been kind of been a bit slow. And I've had other people had the same problems. Like a friend of mine, I said it was his birthday a few days ago, and I sent the card early enough, so he should have got it on time, and he didn't, and he's only just got it. But then that's a raw mail for you. So anyway, went to the eBay. It said that the item was delivered. I thought, hang on a minute, this is a bit strange. The postman came today, which wasn't my regular postman, and there was only 2 letters and no parcels. So then it said something about safe place. I thought, that's a bit odd. So I've clicked on the tracking number, which thankfully this had the raw mail tracking number, because sometimes when eBay sellers send items, they have their own tracking number, but not the raw mail. Basically, they said that they delivered it on the 9th of January, and the safe place was on my doorstep, which is ridiculous because obviously anybody can sit and steal it. And by the time I noticed the picture, which I recognised my doorstep, I got outside at about, I opened the door to check my doorstep just after, on the 10th of January, as I'm recording this, at just half an hour after midnight. So it was 12:30 a.m. in the morning in the UK, and then I found it. Now, what's kind of distressing about this is that this has happened before. Happened a couple of months ago, similar thing, where item was left and it was left in a safe place, and it actually wasn't. I complained, and quite clearly they didn't kind of get the memo. And I know it's not my regular postman, because I saw the postman delivering items on the opposite side of the road before he makes his round on my side of the road, and it was a postman that I didn't recognize. With my regular postman, because me and my family know him, if I have parcels that are, if I see him that doing deliveries on the other side of the road, and he pretty much knows that none of us are going to be in, he just gives me my parcel early. Also, he's even obviously he leaves it next door and puts a card to say the next neighbours have got it. And then when sometimes there have been parcels from my neighbours or people on my road and there's nobody, and if they're not in, he gives it to me, and then I just give it to my neighbours once I realise that they're in. So he's been a really good postman, and he's even helped my mum out on certain things. So I know it's not him. I know it wasn't him, and then I didn't recognise this postman. And what kind of gets me upset is, this item is a Blu-ray, and you can claim it back or get a refund and so forth and so forth. But what if it had been a important document, driver license, passport, anything like that? I mean, you're just gonna leave it like that, and it's usually these postmen that they get temporarily, and I just think it's a bit disgraceful, and it kind of shows that some of the postmen these days, not the regular ones, don't care. So that's a big thumbs down for the raw mail, so hence my rant video. So by the time this uploads, it would have been up for quite a while. So again, I don't like, when it comes to rant videos, I don't like making rant videos, but you just have to do it when it's kind of relevant. So again, as well, thankfully, I've got the item, as you can see, and the first time it happened, I managed to get that item, so I'm happy. And I was a bit worried because, as I said before, I ordered this item before, and it got lost in the post. And then obviously I've ordered it again, and then I was worried that it was going to happen again. So there we have it. So we shall begin the unboxing. I can get this open. I don't have my trusty scissors with me or my Stanley knife. It shouldn't be too difficult to open up. Alright, it does come in with the sleeve, which is what I was hoping that it would come with. Nearly getting it open. Yeah, I think it's second hand, but I'm not really bothered. Yeah. And it's of the 1983 movie Return of the Jedi, so I think it is second hand, as I can see by the condition of it. Hopefully the rest of it is in pretty much good condition. For those of you who are regulars on my YouTube channel, you would have seen that I did a Star Wars A New Hope Blu-ray unboxing, which came with a sleeve as well. Previously to that, I do have the limited edition Star Wars Complete Saga. Well, this isn't quite the Complete Saga because it has the original trilogy and the prequel trilogy. The new trilogy, obviously with The Force Awakens and the two films after that, it doesn't include those movies. Those movies I had to buy, those three movies I had to buy separately. Obviously, this box set was part of the 20th Century Fox. Obviously, this was before Disney bought it out. So this one I paid about £4.70 for it. The one I would have got would have been completely brand new, and that was like £5. But at least I've got it. Now you may ask, why did I kind of get it again? Now, when I bought Star Wars: A New Hope on Blu-ray, I did read stories that obviously these versions were re-released by Disney. So I did hear stories about that there was slightly different. So and then especially with I think there's a few more new extras with them. And then secondly, obviously you get these collectible sleeves, which obviously I just love that poster from the original from Return of the Jedi, which don't know if many people know, but originally the title of it was Star Wars: Revenge of the Jedi, and there's actually some rare posters of it that were available, but they're probably worth lots of money. But anyway, so I decided to check. Obviously, they got re-released on 4K as well, and obviously these are the special edition versions of The New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, and Return of the Jedi. Not the original version. And you would have seen me do the series of DVD videos, the limited editions, where each of the movies came with the original version and the limited edition version, which is the only official way to get it. So again, this is the 20th Century Fox release of Star Wars. Now, there actually is a difference in terms of when you load up the menu screen of the 20th Century version of Star Wars: A New Hope. It's totally different to the Disney release of it, and the actual picture quality of it, which I was comparing them the Blu-ray of the New Hope to the box set, which was on the 20th Century Fox version, and there actually is a difference where it seems to be a lot cleaner and a lot more detailed in the Disney re-release. Now, I don't know if they've done a remaster with the re-release of the Disney re-releases of the Star Wars movies, and that's maybe the reason why. Because I was kind of shocked that the menu screen was different. Sometimes they just use the same disc, but the menu screen, which you can choose the audio, the scenes and stuff like that. The way it interacts is completely different to the 20th Century Fox release, and as I said before, the picture quality was different. So I'm assuming that with the Return of the Jedi, which I'm gonna check out later on, and I might even do sometime. I might do even an update, a more detailed update with New Hope and Return of the Jedi and what the differences are. Now, if there is a difference with the Return of the Jedi, which I'm assuming is going to be with the remaster. Then I'm definitely going to get Empire Strikes Back to complete the actual collection. But as for the prequel movies, obviously the Phantom Menace, I'm probably not going to bother, because the original trilogy, with it being A New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, and Return of the Jedi, they were my favourite ones. With the newer trilogy, The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi and Last Skywalker, whatever they're called, I'm not really kind of bothered, because not so much obviously, I am as people may know, I'm a massive Star Wars fan, but of the original Star Wars movies. But although I wasn't a complete fan of the new trilogy, and I kind of like the prequel, got better as it went along, but the original trilogy is where it's at for me. I'm probably won't rebuy it, even if there is a physical difference in terms of the appearance. And with the newer versions of the trilogy, with those being filmed on on better camera equipment, obviously they're not probably really gonna bother to remaster that, because they're fairly recent releases. Whereas these trilogies and the original trilogy and the prequel trilogies were filmed quite some time ago, so it's understandable that there's going to be more of a difference, especially with the original trilogy. But hopefully I will try and get the Empire Strikes Back, but the price that I've seen so far is still a little bit too high for my liking. If I could get it for maybe £4 or £5, maybe I probably would actually get it at that point. But other than that, it's probably only gonna be the original trilogy. The only maybe way I probably would get the prequels is if they did them really cheap, because I have seen the Phantom Menace is the remaster of this with the sleeve for like £2, something brand new. So if it was something like that, then maybe you bite my leg, maybe I would, but I wouldn't go out of my way to do it. With the original trilogy, a completely different matter. And again, as I said, I'm gonna have a look at certain scenes to see if there is a difference, and then maybe I'll do a future video and saying where it is. But obviously there is a 4K release, and a friend of mine, he's got the complete trilogy, so it's got he's got the box set, the 4K box set of all three trilogies, and it's got all three movies, so all 9 movies, should I say, and all the extras, but that's quite expensive to buy. If I can find the link to his channel, I'll put it on there, but I did do it before, and I would love to have that on 4K. As I said, well, I've got the equipment to play 4K, but just not the TV yet, so this will do me for now. But Return of the Jedi, for me, I actually really liked, obviously seeing Luke in his black suit and being a full Jedi, and he's having his green lightsaber. And I do miss the days of every Christmas as a kid here in the UK. They always used to show Star Wars films every Christmas, and Easter as well for some weird reason. And this was back before being young, before the having cable TV or even a satellite TV, and we only had the 4 terrestrial channels. Was it BBC One, BBC Two, ITV, and Channel 4, and then later on after that we would then end up getting Channel 5. But so you basically had to make do with those 4 channels at the time. And if you were lucky enough to have a VHS, a VHS player, which we eventually did have, Star Wars, when it did come on, I used to try and record it on VHS. And obviously now you've got the DVD and obviously Blu-ray and 4K now. So yeah, as of before, I'm a massive fan of the original Star Wars trilogy. I know some people are fans of the Han Solo. For me, I was a huge Luke fan, so I'm probably going to be in the minority when it comes to that. So we'll take a look at the disc, well, the actual packaging as well. You can see that there's a little bit of wear and tear there, but all in all, not too bad. I have seen, when I've been to HMV and places like that, I have seen this on sale without the sleeve, so I was curious about whether or not it'd be a 50-50 chance whether or not I would get the sleeve or not. So luckily I did get the sleeve of this one. Hopefully, when I eventually get Empire Strikes Back, I probably might not be so lucky, but it doesn't matter. It just would be nice to actually have the slave. Again, they've put everything in small writing again. I do believe that they've put, not 100% sure whether they've added some new extras to this version of it. And obviously, when they did Luke in the newer trilogy, they did him dirty, in my opinion. It says, experience the triumph of the Force. The Empire prepares to crush. The Empire prepares to crush the rebellion with a more powerful Death Star. The rebellion fleet counters with a massive attack on the space station. Luke Skywalker confronts Darth Vader in a final climactic duel. So with The New Hope, this one is a 2-disc, and it says the Blu-ray plus bonus. Features enhanced high-definition picture and sound, filmmaker and cast audio commentary, cast and crew archival audio commentary. The bonus disc contains features enhanced high-definition picture and sound, conversations, VFX, discoveries from inside the sounds of Ben Burt, the documentary Classic Creatures, cast and crew interviews, extended and deleted scenes, and much more. So I don't want to delete scenes when you see Darth Vader calling out to Luke and he's constructing his green lightsaber, which I wish they had left in. This is rated a U, so it contains mild violence and threat, so it's universally suitable for all. The Blu-ray is a 1080p high definition 16:9, so it's 2:39:1. Audio DTS HDMA 7.1. English Dolby Digital plus 7.1. French DTS Digital Surround. 5.1 Spanish and Dolby 2.0 audio described English. Subtitles English for the hearing impaired, Dutch, Spanish, and French. And with this being the special edition, the running time is 135 minutes, so that's over 2 hours and 15 minutes. So it's about 5 or 6 minutes longer than the original cut of Return of the Jedi. I mean, I can't imagine what this is going to be like on 4K. It must look absolutely, take my glass off, fantastic in 4K. And again, it's something that one day I do hope to get on 4K. Again, it's probably good if I do upgrade into 4K. It's most likely it's probably going to be the original trilogy for the that I probably would get. And the same thing with most of my films, where if I was going to upgrade them to 4K, there will be certain films that I would upgrade to 4K. For example, like Indiana Jones, the original trilogy of that, and then Back to the Future, Ghostbusters, and 1 and 2. And obviously Star Wars. So there's certain films, but other than that, with most films, I probably wouldn't even bother upgrading to 4K. Just depends on the film. The case so far, same artwork that's on the slipcover, which it would be, because I said before, I have seen it sold without the slipcover. So far, the case looks in good condition. The back of it, again, looks in very good condition as well. So we have here. Then we have the 2 discs and a leaflet saying to say collect them all. So you got all the movies there, and you even got the Solo, and these are on 4K and DVD apparently as well. So the remasters. So as again, these are the remasters or stroke these with the new collectible sleeves. You can get these on Blu-ray, as you can see. 4K, as I said earlier on, and I'm remembering now, you can get these on DVD as well with the collectible sleeves. So that's cool. As you can see, you've got the 2 discs. I don't figure out which one is actually the actual movie, because they look bloody identical. Yeah, this is the movie on this Blu-ray disc. And the Blu-ray disc looks absolutely brand new. No scratches, no smudges, so that's really great. And we've got the bonus Blu-ray as well. Blu-ray here as well, and that's in good condition as well, and no scuff marks or scratches in there. So yeah, I'm actually really pleased with that, with the condition of it. So again, I was really hoping to get it with the collectible sleeve, which I do have, and I'm really pleased that it did come with it. Again, it just would, if it didn't, it doesn't matter, because it's the Blu-ray itself that is the most important thing. But yeah, I'm actually really happy about this. So yeah, what hopefully at some point, let me get this kind of straight. I will get Empire Strikes Back once I can find it for a good price. I've been on the hunt for that. So once I manage to get that, that'll be that complete. And again, as I said, I'll do a follow-up video in terms of whether or not there is a difference or not. Especially with, I've already, I didn't do one for the New Hope, but I know there is because I've checked it, and I will do one with this. So yeah, this is Star Wars Return of the Jedi. Again, I know some people don't like it because of the Ewoks, but I still absolutely love the film. And again, brings back those classic feelings of Christmas and Easter as a child watching the original trilogy, and before they did Luke Skywalker dirty, as I keep saying. But yeah, this is Star Wars Return of the Jedi Blu-ray. Anyway, I hope people enjoyed the video. Please feel free to share your friends and family. Also, if you can give this video a thumbs up, I would really appreciate that. That allows people to find my YouTube channel. Now, this is because of the YouTube algorithms favour the bigger YouTubers, so their channels get advertised in the YouTube recommendation page. So it'll be nice to find some new subscribers to check out my channel. And let me know in the comment section, if you want to, of course, what your favourite Star Wars movie was, and maybe even your favourite character, and maybe who's and which stuff maybe you didn't like, and your least favourite character. Let me know in the comment section if you kind of want to do it. Obviously, don't spoil alerts because I've already seen this a million times before. Anyway, if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, please consider subscribing if you want to see things like this, where it's Blu-ray unboxings, my Blu-ray Steelbook collection, my Blu-ray Steelbook collection, and my Blu-ray collection, and my DVD collection as well. I've got something VHS related coming up really soon, so hopefully you will enjoy that. Maybe some of you may have been born when that format came out. Let's just say that it's of a particular movie franchise, so I think people will like that if I can get around to filming that. Also, I do clothing pickups, drink reviews, movie and TV show recommendations and reviews on the rare occasion. Video game unboxings, video game playthroughs, comic books, old and new. I'm showcasing obviously my my comic book collection, which I've been collecting over the decades. My comic book graphic novels, comic book figures and statues, which I've got some coming up real soon from this last Christmas and this Christmas just gone. And I think people are actually going to really enjoy what I have to offer. So stay subscribe to my YouTube channel if you already haven't. You want to check all that stuff out. I've done quite a few clothing stuff. I've got some footwear stuff to unboxing videos to do, which I got for Christmas, and one of them in a sale. I think you will enjoy those videos. Gadgets and film memorabilia. I've got some stuff that today, which I got last year and some this year. Art books, which some of them are movie, video game, and TV show related. So subscribe if you want to see stuff like that. Last Christmas, not this Christmas gone, but the previous Christmas, we hit 500 subs. A few months ago we hit 600, and now we're nearly at 800 subs. So again, big thanks to the subscribers, old and new. Without you guys, I wouldn't be where I am today. Hopefully people are enjoying and liking the content. And if there's any questions that you need to ask about a particular product, then please feel free to ask, and I'll do the best I can to answer your questions. So again, a big thank you to all of you. Really appreciate that, and can't thank you enough from the bottom of my heart. So a big thank you. We're not that far away from 800 subs now, so hopefully we can hit that. Then it'll be 900, and then the big 1,000 YouTube subs. So hopefully we can get there sooner rather than later, maybe before the end of this year. Touch wood. I live stream on Twitch on occasions. it's Ryan Ricardo 76. It's the same as my YouTube name, just added 76. I don't have set days when I live stream. Now this is mainly because of personal stuff's going on, so a lot of busy stuff about my ongoing real life and health issues. So it's hard to tie down what days and what time to sit in to do it. So please follow me on there. I've lost a follower or two on there, which I don't know if it's like I've done or not. So again, follow me on there. I will, if you can't find it, then I'll leave the link in the description box to find me on Twitch. I've been playing Forza Motorsport, which I've absolutely been enjoying playing. And during Christmas, I did finish up the last story mission on Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain, which is just the last story mission. And then I do know they're releasing hopefully this year Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater, the remake called Delta. And hopefully I'm gonna get that, and then we'll do some streaming of that. So I'm a big Metal Gear fan, as much of many people know. So look forward to that. Fortunately, I couldn't export the last mission, story mission, to YouTube because of the music in it, unfortunately, which, you know, it is what it is. On some missions that doesn't have it, or you can cut it before it does it. But most people probably couldn't find how the story ends and obviously know the twist. So maybe in the future I might redo the ending and then try to edit it out in the future. It's not really that too hard to do. So maybe in the future that may be something I might consider doing. So please follow me there. On the rare occasion I do live stream on YouTube, but it's kind of very rare that I do. It's mostly will be casual gaming, so it'll be beat 'em up, shoot 'em up, sports games, things like that. Nothing too strenuous. Even if you do miss the live streams when I do occasionally stream, on a rare occasion, should I say, the videos will be kept up indefinitely, so you can watch it whenever you have the time, or if you want to watch it. So again, it would be nice to have live viewers watching the video on YouTube. But even if you can't make it, the videos will be kept up, so you don't have to worry about that. Whereas with Twitch, if you're not affiliated, they changed it now, so it only says for 2 weeks, even if you archive it. So hit the notification bell on the occasion that I might live stream. I'm really trying that I'm going to try and do more on both Twitch and YouTube this year. Anyway, it just leaves me to say, wherever you are in the world, please stay safe. My thoughts go out to all the people in North America, where I know they're having there's lots of forest fires out there, and lots of people have already lost their homes to the fire out there. So my thoughts and prayers are to all those who are suffering out there, and hopefully there won't be any loss of life or too much loss of life. So my thoughts are all with you in North America. And it's been, so please keep a full out for all those in America at the moment, regardless of your political persuasion. So this leads me to say, wishing you all a happy new year, and hopefully it's a better it's going to be a good 2025 for everybody, and I will speak to you on the next video. Bye for now.